again and again. The creator of existence. I'm lucky today. This place where I'm sitting is empty. No work today, and I'm just. You can consider me a security. Ah, so I'm lucky to upload videos. Quiet. Anyway, uh, again and again, what do you want, the creator of existence? Who explained the divine plan, who explained everything from A to Z. What is his instruction for us to not, how can we be obedience to him, and how can we stop the work of the devil? Because this thing that I'm going to talk about have something to do with empowering light on planet Earth and refusing and resisting darkness. That's it, full stop. There is a verse of Quran, لا تجادل. Do not argue with God's instruction if you're ignorant. If you're not ignorant, do not argue. Okay? So for those who are, one second, for those who believe in God, or even those who are atheist, what is the instruction related in relation to the Holy Land? What is the instruction? The instruction is as follows. At this era, this place should be fully submitted to the Islamic rules. You cannot see the Islamic rules except by recognizing Muhammad as a final messenger. That's it. That's it. Okay? And I have explained what Muhammad brought. I think I did fine, just showing you the principle of the basic. So, it must be absolutely obedience to his instruction. If you want to insist by calling yourself a Christian or calling yourself a Jew, pay jizya. Yeah, you pay jizya. Full stop. You pay jizya and you show respect to his ways. This masjid, the Masjid al-Aqsa, must be respected. It must be respected. No one should touch it. They shouldn't build tunnels below it. The goys, they shouldn't do this. Tunnels below the Masjid al-Aqsa, the house of Allah, the house of Yahweh. They shouldn't. Those who bring the anger and wrath of God, those who call themselves Jews, those goys who got nothing to do with the Israeli race. Liars, nothing. They will argue, they will try to deceive you that they went to China, they went to Europe. No, you're not Israelite. And you don't have anything to do. This is a sickness. What's happening then? Let me talk about the Holy Land. So you need to understand what he wants. If you're an atheist, fine, wonderful. As a respectable atheist human being with conscience, you will totally agree with me. Yes, you will. Even if you are not going to agree with me 100%, you will understand that there is a lot of points that I am mentioning about the rights of those natives in Middle East and the history of the Islamic nation since the final renew by Muhammad, the final messenger, only represent light. Do your comparison. Do your comparison and don't look at even the dark. Even if you compare the dark side within the Islamic Ummah, you will understand that this thing that you are using تصطاد في الشوائب في الماء العكر, this reaction is caused by an external attack, not from the Islamic nation itself. Unlike the so-called Christianity in Europe, the so-called Buddhism, the so-called Hinduism, unlike it, so-called Judaism. And those who call themselves Jews right now, insisting that they are Israelis. All of their worshipping acts got nothing to do with what the Israelites do, except few, and it's expired. And they are not even Israelis. See, look at the crime. Again, it must be absolutely fully obedience to the instruction of God. Masjid al-Aqsa, under an Islamic rulership, these people should pay jizya for many reasons. First of all, you need to understand that they are not obeying God perfectly. Okay? The so-called Christians and the so-called Jews. You lost your way, you so-called Christians, that's it. You start dealing with him as a God, and this is bullshit. Messiah, the Son of Virgin Mary. And those who brought the anger of God on them, those so-called Israelis, first, they are not Israelite. Secondly, the time when the Israelis were favored have finished based on the terms and verses in the book, regardless of the Talmud, which they, Goys, have created in the 8th century. I saw a video, the liar, saying that those Chinese are originally Israelis. Look at the lie. There is a levels of lies. من كبرها عرفوا انها كذبة. It's a big lie. And he's because they went to China and they settled there. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Stop your rubbish, your lies. Stop it. They are Goys. See, you have a problem. Even Goy, I have talked to so many. With great respect to the anti-Zion, those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jew, I said, well, who's the Goy? He said, non-Jews. I said, no, you're wrong. Wrong. So I said to him, so the Israeli who is not based on your mind, Judean, Yehudian, 2020, not godly, kunu Rabbani, we all should be godly. Ilahiyin, we should Rabbaniyin, we should, but Yehudian and the meaning of the warning. I have explained this. He said, yes, Israeli, not Jew, Goy. Sickness. Really sickness. Not normal. Goys, no, you Goys. Even if you consider yourself Jew. So-called Christian, atheist Goys. Muslims, you Goys. This is how it is, but it's expired, it's finished for a certain period. Understand me? We deal with whom? With the so-called Shiite here, and the so-called Christians, the so-called Hindus, and the so-called Buddhists, and others, and others, and others. The Sikhs call themselves, Sikhism means seeking knowledge. Will they please seek knowledge? I respect them. I have no, honestly, I respect the Sikhs. I have friends. I have some Sikh friends. I had some in Jubail Sikh workers. They were so wonderful. I'm serious. Sikh, they were wonderful. They respected the country and they respected the rules. I know them. In Jubail, I know one. And others in Riyadh, and I know, Yani. And here as well, I have friends. I visit them in their temple. They're friends. I worked with some Sikhs here. I needed to work and mainly with the Pakistani community and the Indian. Most Muslims have a relationship with them economically. No, regardless, this is another story. But the case is, now we're dealing with those who call themselves Yehudi. So they are Goys because they are not Israelis. We return back. Why you are creating these tunnels below? Why you are calling to build this satanic related Synagoguean temple? The prophecies talk about a synagogue of Satan in the end times. Do not lie. The synagogue of God is the masjid. Easy and simple. And the synagogue of Satan is the synagogue of those who call themselves Yehudi. This is explanation right now. The truth. I see some videos and it's sickness, honestly sickness. Why you're lying? So because you don't care, you don't respect God teaching, do you? You don't respect God teaching. You're a pimps. That's it. I'm not talking about all. Pimps of the devil. Yeah? Devil pimps. Seducing humanity and dragging them to darkness. Bad, you're bad, but you don't see it. Ya Allah, ya Allah. Yeah, you can't see yourself? Huh? You can't see yourself? Males or females? You can't see yourself, huh? Synagogues. So they want to build a temple, and they are convinced. They bring those Chinese guys and these Ashkenazis guys and these flasher guys. God promised it for us. God promised. No, He didn't promise you anything. God promised the Israelites, the real Israelites, the Holy Land, to make it a center of preaching. for that certain period. The deceiving manipulation in the book, you need to check it and find out from where it comes. Of course you have problem with Muhammad. Definitely you will have problem with Muhammad. Elijah doesn't want the truth. A criminal doesn't want justice. Dark spirits doesn't want the light spirit. So you pay jizya. You pay jizya so that no one touch you. And you shouldn't be there. You should be kicked out because you entered the Holy Land by satanic force. Not like the poor Muslims who came, for example, to Europe. And when you come, you didn't come like the Muslims when they go and went to Turkey. They went to Turkey, they didn't put their feet on the back of the natives there. No. They went there, you accept Islam, you become one of us, we become one nation. You can come to our soil, we can go to your soil, and it's one Islamic Khilafah. We're all equals. Either you're from Moroccan, Berber, Algerian, Coptics. They accepted Islam. Belgian. Till you get there to India. That's why you find a lot of people who are originally from Asia living, for example, in Mecca and Jeddah and Medina, or even in Egypt. There is some Mongols who are living in Egypt. Originally they are Mongols, and there is Egyptian Coptics. Originally they are where? In India. There is a few minorities, of course, at the end, but there is Assyrians who went and settled in Iraq, and Ashuris who went and settled, for example, in Palestine. The Israelites, you can find them in the region, the real Israelis. So why all of these lies? Do not speak about God. Do not. This is the wild beast. This is a satanic faith. Okay, I'm not talking about all. Again, but I'm complying with the YouTube community guidelines. This is a devil way. You need to understand that by insisting to do this, you're bringing the anger of God, and you need to understand God's word by Muhammad, the final messenger, through Muhammad. And of course, the so-called Christian need to understand that he is not God, and God do not have a child for a specific one child. Or no, this is rubbish. We all are children, exactly like the cockroach. Any cockroach, you saw a cockroach walking that day. Me and him and you, and the devil, and we all together share the same. We can be identified as the children of God. Yeah. Mice, for example, lion, moon, sun, living children, non-living children. The atom itself is a child of God. Yeah. Other identification, this is rubbish. That they lost their way. If they want to insist and be settled there, based on the rules of the Islam, they need to be jizya. No one will touch them, and they understand not a second degree, a second degree complying with God's teachings. They need to understand this, and this will help them maybe in Judgment Day, to be honest with you. I mean, a so-called Christian who the ground of excuse was not fully, he didn't receive it and sense it. إقامة الحجة عليه. But he's paying jizya. But paying jizya is not. I'm not gonna talk about this. You're always talking about rules, and you say that it's from God. It's just. There is some terms and instructional verses says that if those who doesn't worship your God, kill them. Those who doesn't worship your God, kill them. This is not in Islam. Those who doesn't worship their God, don't force them. Let them pay jizya and don't touch them. They will be safe and freely to worship the way they want. They can worship the devil, but based on the conditions of the Islamic environment. You're questioning this, you're questioning God. So now you need to understand why God sent Muhammad as the final messenger. Why this holy land and the city called Jerusalem should be under the Islamic rulership. It shouldn't be a Jewish state. This is a lie and a rubbish. Like it used to be for 1,000 years, the Jewish capital. Jewish capital, give it back to the Israelite, your goys. You don't understand Judea You are bad, and you are not Israelite. You are a bunch of gypsies, Ashkenazis, Marcian. I'm not racist. There's a friend as well, Ashkenazis here, Ashkenazi, a friend who are anti-Zionist Jews, and I respect them. Others as well from Eastern European places like that. Different ways with the hair, and I know them. They are wonderful. They give me cards and things showing that this is a difference between anti-Zionist and Judah. And I said, I understand this. And I said, trust me, I understand what you're trying to tell me about. More than you yourself understand it. I said to him, I understand this more than you even understand it. Thank you anyway for giving me cards and things, just to push any type of anger from the Muslim community against them, because they understand it's very sensitive there. The Holy Land, it's a crime. It's a crime. It's criminal attitudes. Trump is a criminal. Netanyahu is a criminal. Okay, they're criminals, bad criminals, and they will be punished. Trust me. Definitely, either in this life or in the hereafter. It would be suitable, better for them to have this punishment in this life, because in the hereafter they will receive something. They did a crime. It's unbelievable crime, just unbelievable crime. Terrible crime, terrible. You understand me? Terrible crime. Wallahi, terrible crime. Who said this? Someone is talking now. There is a Turkish woman, this is who said, no, they're talking right now. See, I can hear the voices. I don't want to. They are saying that this woman from Saudi Arabia, she is not from the Ishmaelians. And she said the following. She said, I am proud to help in creating this change in Saudi Arabia. Even if the Ishmaelians are not approving it, I think it's bringing better opportunity to the Saudi women, is it? Aywa. And calling us Tursh Tariq is not gonna help you to remain in England. Well, you are Tursh. You are Tursh. You are Tursh trash. That's it. Yep. There is a term they're using it here. White trash, for example. They use it. They talk about those criminal, bad low lives, and those who they make criminals. And I'm complying with the YouTube community, please. So, this is not your soil. Now I'm changing the subject. This woman, I'm not mentioning it. They should understand this is racism. That they need to understand the history of Saudi Arabia, Gulf states, the Arabian Peninsula. These Turkish is the word like immigrant. The same Turkish came as from outside. I'm a Turkish matrush here, but my case is different from their case. I am here complaining from England role and the West role of destroying my life. But those people who are from outside they came and they accepted something, and now they are betraying the nation. So this woman, I hate them. Listen to me carefully. I hate those people. I hate them and I smell their souls. Do you understand me? I hate them so much. Nothing Muslim on you. You got nothing to do with Islam. You have nothing to do with the final message. Muhammad. May you can insist as much. This is my opinion. You're bad people. You're bringing prostitution to the Arabian Peninsula. You are making us live in a worse level of being consuming animals. I have dealt with tortured. I was tortured. And God saved me and protected me. Tortured day after day, week after week, month after month, every morning, every evening, watching the TVs. You're behind it. Yes, I understand there is external power starting from the West, taking advantage and pushing toward this. Because they are kafir. I'm sorry, I'm complying. They are kafir and they will be in hellfire and they will bring the humanity down. Starting from the West. They think that they are fine. They are not. You're a bunch of creep souls. That's it. Okay? I shouldn't change the subject. Let's return back to the so-called Israelis. So they need to understand the Holy Land history, and they need to understand if they want to be obligated to God teaching, they need to understand in which corner they are. very terrible, dirty, dark corner. Donald Trump, see these videos, see these reactions, he's angry. You're angry for what? Why don't you question your race first? I'm sorry for the white people. I apologize. I know that among you wonderful people, wonderful people, absolutely, but not like that person, Trump. Why don't you fix the cases of those women? A lot of them saying that you rape women. Wow. The question mark about your relationship with your daughter. And why don't you teach your wonderful, beautiful son to not do some bad attitude in front of his sister while the camera is shooting? I mean, there's a video where he's taking the bottle. His sister is sitting. This is the culture that you want to bring to me? Why you're a president from the first place? Shame on you, American, for making a person like this your president. I mean, worse than worse. George Bush Jr., we're dealing with dirt. And now this person, would you wake up? You're not human. Who am I cursing? When I curse? How I pray? This is a different story. I go there, the so-called Hindus as well. There is a lot of cases on this planet, and the so-called Buddhists. They also call themselves communists right now, and how they deal with Sinjanis, Uyghurs, Rohingyas, Muslims in India. The Sunnis, Muslims in Iran, and what's happening in Iraq and Syria. If you're smarter than me with more knowledge, or no need for any smartness or knowledge sometimes to understand things. If you have mind, a human mind, you understand it. You understand exactly what I'm trying to say, and I'm saying the truth. Thank you. I'm complying with the YouTube community guideline, okay? You haven't dealt with any problem in your life. Many. I'm not saying all. Nothing. Your life is a happy life. Of course, it will take you to talking to them about the enemies, but many. Just happy. I mean, can I say this to you? Can I say this to you? Please. When I was in the Gulf States, in the Ismailian land, I have dealt with some citizens. Okay, citizens. Face to face, non-Ishmaelians, and some of them minority Ishmaelians, regardless. I dealt with so-called Shiites. They are angry. And I look at them and I see that they are angry. Okay. Even in comments. And I do my investigation. Let me see. And I look at myself and I say, maybe those people are dealing with something worse than what I am dealing with. And I put in mind, maybe they were raped when they were children, maybe something like this. But how they are interacting with it, why they don't have the skills to fuck off and not provoke me. So many of them provoked me, and I did some. When they provoked me, I'm a little bit old right now, 38. I really taught a lot, some manners. I didn't kill anyone. There was some times when I needed to retreat when the number increased. Yeah. I had my moment. I'm serious, but I'm a really nice gentleman anyway. So these people, I do my investigation, and I just think people are angry with our culture, with our identity, with Islam. People who are not from the Ishmaelian, and they seek something in the Ishmaelian, and they are angry. And people, men, women, by the media and other criticizing, and others face to face, men, place of work, in the college, and even the school, and I find their moody, and I just think, why do you call it why in hell or something like that? Astaghfirullah. Why you are angry? Why you are moody? Why your mood is shit? If it's hormones and things, you need to fuck off and deal with it. But why? I mean, what is the reason behind someone like you to be angry? Moody. What the fuck you dealt with? You understand me? They make me angry, these people. They make me angry. And since 2015, I escaped at January 2015. Of course, my resource, someone told me that Abdullah will die. I just ran away after he died for days. I will start preparing myself. Because if I stayed there for even 1 month, I would be arrested. I don't care if you believe this or not. I would be, maybe now I would lose my head. I'll be in jail, no one knows about me. Now I can flee assassination there. I'm tired now. There was some thoughts, indeed. But 2015 January, I ran away, I escaped. And look, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we're almost going to go 21. 2021. So it's 6 years. And this 6 years proven to me that every single word and every single opinion, either you want to deal with it as inappropriate or not, that's it. I have the right to mention it. And I have the right to announce it. And I have the right to think that way since that time.